chilling in the bathrobe today at my trading desk in the bathrobe with 2 kiddos not feeling their best, and so snuggling with them and taking care of them. Let me get the tweet out so we can get everybody here. I do have my Cyber Monday background up, some little Christmas balls in the background, and we are going to talk about the market, the crypto market. I was reading, yes, Bitcoin went into, that's right, bear territory, went down more than 20% from the top. Never a good thing for sort of the king of crypto, right? So we will also put, I'm going to put Bitcoin on here, and we'll also check out XRP, and we'll check out ALGO as well. They just had a new partnership as well. So let's rock and roll. All right, let's pull up the SPY over here, get the charts set up properly over here. So we had a crazy rebound day so far for the SPY. Let's get the chat up, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to get back to every day. A little quick, hey Michael, hey Dan, hello, new job, that's it, hello, hi Troy, good morning, Oleg. Okay, so we do still have the sale going on my watch list if you guys want to check it out. Here is the sample of it, of what I had for today. So the SPY, major reversal. In fact, I was playing around, and if you look at this, I took the moving average over here and I put this to a 38. And look at how, it's pretty cool. Let's make this the dominant chart. Look at how it was really a support right here. Once it broke, it came down. We hit this volume weighted anchor price over here, and that acted as support. And then it acted as resistance here. Once it broke the 50 and this 38, look at how the 38 performed. So we're gonna see, we're between these two right here. And I like moving my green EMA to be a 24. Let's see if it's still, no, not that one, this one, 24. I'm going to save that back as 24 because I find that the 24 acts more as a support, 24 EMA. So been playing around with my EMAs and SMAs. So I like the 38 SMA, and I like 24. Hold on 2 seconds. Little tune. All right, that is the training pit. I was just teaching about trader's mindset today, so always a good one. If you guys want to check that out, you want to learn about trading around the dark pools, come on over to the dark pools right here at the training pit as well. So check that out if you want to learn more about the dark pools. So massive red day on Friday, not a lot of volume, but there actually was a lot of volume. And not the last day of the month. Tomorrow is the last day of the month for us. So we did break a big support level here. We are rebounding a bit when we look at this on the 45-minute chart, right? Looking to see what has really acted as resistance. This 161 EMA right here. So I would look for 466.01 right now to act as a resistance point, which is going to be very close. It's actually going to be above the 8 EMA. So I think that we might see this bounce up above the 8 EMA and then reverse. If we reject off of that, hey, in my opinion, perfect entry for a new short position. I know it is a bit engulfing today. We are filling this gap somewhat. We did go up above. Well, we obviously closed the gap right over here. So let's see, are we going to reverse at 466.01? Maybe we're going to test 466.20. Qs today, big rebound as well. Nice trade, $3.50 up above my, hey, if we go above here, that's a potential long trade. Sure enough, in the first 15 minutes, huge move to the upside. And now, this is the first day of the week. Are we going to have such a green week? We shall see, right? We do have, let's pull up Forex Factory over here. We had lots of announcements going on today. Forex Factory is a great site for announcements, right? So we had our pending home sales, 7.5%. Everybody's looking to lock in those rates because they did mention on Wednesday with the FOMC minutes that they are potentially going to start raising interest rates. Oh, excuse me. And in raising those interest rates, people really want to lock in a mortgage, right? So are we going to see anything bigger? We have FOMC Williams later at 3 o'clock, 3:05, and then at 5:05, Bowman as well is going to be speaking. So watch the 3 o'clock hour for some volatility in the market. We might have some volatility from these announcements leading up to it. I don't think that we will have a big one from Bank of Canada, maybe with something like with Shopify. That is a Canadian tech stock, but other than that, I don't think that should really affect us. So the Qs moving up today definitely close the gap from close. That's not abnormal to see that when we have such a big drop and we are such an extreme. You can see here we hit the 50 simple moving average and we rejected. Also, something interesting to see is XLF. The financials today really had a big hit. XLF is 20%, or the financials are 20% of the IWM Russell 2000. So these are some bigger prints that we did have for the dark pool. We did come down and test them and we have bounced a little bit. Should we go below 37.55 for XLF? Full on bear hat. Hey Terry, welcome. And if we go down below that, watch out, we could see a bigger downward turn, right? So maybe they were selling. They took it higher, sold off a little bit more up here. We had big volume on this day. Let's see, the 22nd. Let me check over here my other software. See if we had some bigger prints on the 22nd. And that software is Flow Trade. So if you guys are curious, you can check it out. It's down in the description below. 22nd of November. Let's see, we did have 610,000 at 39.83. So let's throw another little one of these puppies on up here from the 22nd. Right here. And what was that price again? 39.83. All right, so we had, actually I'm going to say we actually had 39.83 and 39.86. We had 28 million there. So that is, and at 10 a.m. we had another 27 million at 39.67. So we're going to put another one here at 39.67. Right, so we have 50, hold on, 27 and 24 is 51 plus 4, $55 million worth. That was at 39 right there. And we had another 27 million at 40.07 on the 23rd. So 40.07. That's, I'm talking dollar value, right? That's a close print. We want to ignore that. That is a close print as well. Another 12 million on the 26th. That sounds like I've got a frog in my throat, huh? Hope I'm not getting the little cold the little ones have. Okay, 26th. Am I on the 26th? No. 26th on Friday at 38.47. At pretty much that bottom, right? 38.47 right there. All right, so we're sort of caught. So until we go really up above 40 or below 37.50, we're kind of in a holding pattern, right? If we go back up above here, okay, game on, we are moving up higher. If we break down below right here, yeah, it's gonna get ugly. And let's look at it. You can see all of these other ones right here, right? We had a lot. So I would look at ultimate target down by 35. If we break below 35, let's put on a weekly and see when we had the drawdown, how far did we go? We came down below, this is a 325. We could go below 26 potentially. Look at all this. What happens if all of this up here was actually selling, right? Instead of buying? That they were, hey, let's take it up, let's take it down, let's take it up, let's take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. Maybe we're going into a B and we're going into a C. We'll see. before Elliott wave. We could see we do also have ISO 20022 that should be going into effect at the end of the year. So check that out. If you don't know what that is, Google it and check it out. But right now, this does look like a pretty big downward trend. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is now actually the 6th downward week for XLF. When have we ever seen that? For 6 weeks straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was a big drop, right? Looking back in history, when have we seen 6 weeks consistently down? 1, 2, 3. We have some that have had up in them, but I'm looking just for totally technical down candles, right? For the weekly chart. So over here, kind of back here, back in 2016. But that's looking pretty nasty to me for the banks to see consistently 6 weeks downward price action, right? That doesn't look healthy to me personally, right? We didn't come down and test this trend line that we bounced off of 2 times in the past. So if we were to also break down below 38.22, keep that on watch, right? We got close to there last week, but we did not bounce below that. And that's also going to draw down IWM. So in seeing, if we look at this for 6 weeks, we should see a similar pattern. Yeah, we did have a big run up here, but we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of downward turn. We had a bull doji sandwich here, hit a target and then pulled back. We are hitting the 50 simple moving average on the weekly right here. So if we break below there, I'd watch for 215.50 and then on down. This one hasn't really acted as a support too much. This one has once, twice. Are we going to get a third test at 215.50? That would be what I would be looking for the weekly chart for XLF, excuse me, for IWM. Vic surprised you on Friday, that's it? Well, you know what, sometimes that's market manipulation, right? They can have very little volume and very big movement. All right, and Dow Jones today, big bounce as well, but look at how we came down and it looks like we tapped right here with a low of the day at 348.92. Now let's look at it on the 45-minute chart. Look at this. What is this? At 340. What is that? Are we going to 340? Right? It's kind of odd that we had this down here at 340 today, when really we were just hanging out at 347 was our low, and 348.92 is what showed up on that weekly chart. So maybe we're going to 340. Maybe. We will see. It does look like on our 45-minute, this doesn't look like we're in a really bullish motion again until we break back up above 353. That's why I had such a high level today, because I wanted it to prove that it's really going to move up there. It does look like a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders on the 45-minute chart, right? A shoulder, head, and shoulder, but this one's a little bit lower than this shoulder over here. All right, so let's look at also the big names, right? I have Apple on the potential long list for breaking out up above 160 today. Put it on the dual chart again. Right? So we did break above 160, and that's going to definitely affect the indexes as well. We hit 160, it looks like 160.58, really acted as resistance right here, and potentially coming back down. We have our volume descending, and we seem to be slowing down a little bit. Then we also have Microsoft, big rebound day today as well. All of the big names have had a big move, but it feels like a positioning day to me. It feels like these guys took it down to bounce it up, and where we end up today, are we going to end up below our levels in which we would like to go short? If we do, look, this could be a perfect head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Big volume going into it. Then we have the head up here. Hey, we're testing this level, 337.80. If we don't hold that level and we come back down and we break below 329. Okay, we had a run up to 344, 15 points down from 329. We'd be looking at 314. All right, down here at the 50 simple is what I would be looking at for Microsoft. And looking at them, you can see there are some head and shoulders setting up. If that right shoulder fails, obviously it is not a head and shoulders, and we are going to continue to new highs into the year end with a Santa Claus rally. So maybe this was a potential move for them to get in for a Santa Claus rally, but I'm very weary. Looking to see where we close end of day. Remember that 3 o'clock time could be really a big movement. Now, coming up on Wednesday, Metaverse or Meta Platforms is, I thought they were calling themselves Metaverse, and now this is Meta Platforms. Too confusing. But it is changing tickers come Wednesday, the 1st of December. So keep that in mind, all right? And we are, so you see how we are hitting this moving average on the 45-minute chart? Get ready. In my opinion, that's a potential short. This is the second test for today, and we are rejecting it. I would use that as my stop right there. All right, Amazon, big move, Cyber Monday. Who's shopping online? Are you guys shopping online? If you should be buying my watch lists, right? So that you can make ultimate gains potentially to profit and then buy online, whatever you want. All right. Michael's saying, which prints do we ignore and why? Just opening and close prints, so like the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, or is it more dependent on other factors besides open and close? Yeah, no, it's not a bad question, Michael. Definitely the open and close, there's always orders lined up for people buying overnight, pre-market, and exiting. You've got day traders, you have position traders, you have institutional traders exiting. So really right at the bells, it's kind of like, you know what, I'm going to wait on this, right? I'm going to wait and see. Because unless it's abnormally large than normal, which only if you really follow them and you look at them every day will you see that it's an abnormal print. But the majority of time, really big stuff comes in the middle of the day. I hope that helps. That's it. Do I have a swing trade list? I do not. I'm more of a day trader with my little girls. I do have position trades that I put on, but that is more longer term. Like one that I'm really interested in is right here. I do have a holding in this. I got in at 12.13 when it broke out back over here. I saw that it was breaking out and I went into the pre-market and got in at 12.13. And so for me, this one has huge upside potential in my opinion, and that's why I'm holding it longer term, as well as some DWACW, the warrants as well, to buy at 11.15 or 11.50, excuse me. But the warrants will not be executable from what I understand until the new year, once it does open up. But that's what I'm looking at. And with everything that happened with Twitter today with Jack Dorsey, we actually saw a bigger move on DWAC, a competition for Twitter as well. So that's my personal opinion on those. And those are two that I am personally holding longer term. And my crypto list as well, which we'll talk a little bit about crypto, is also one that I'm looking at. Your day trades, do you need to use options or stock buying? That's it. It depends on what style you like to trade, right? These are set up for either, in my opinion, but it's a matter of, do you understand the best time to get into options? Do you understand when to exit options so that you know, A, what's going on with them, what's going on with, because the market makers on options also have their own manipulation. So there's manipulation in the option market and there's manipulation in the stock market with dark pool prints. So it's understanding how it all goes together. All right. Okay, so let's look at the list that I provided today. Potential trade setup, whether it broke above or broke below. Well, this one offered a short opportunity today. CCL, it came up and really hit it right early on. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here. And you can see we came up. Look at how we hit that right away. Broke down below. Nice trade. So 1839 down to 1769. Nice trade to the downside for CCL. And we will see potentially it'll come back up and bounce again. Second test and fail and drop to the downside. We already covered Apple today. Let's look at Lee. Lee had a nice, amazing cup and handle setup actually on the daily chart. We have a cup here and then a handle. We went less than 50% of the depth. A little move, but it's not able to hold up above that resistance point. So looking to see if we fail down even further. Look at how it hit that moving average right there. This is why I have these on the charts, because they work, right? Look at how it stopped right there. Can you guys see that? There, it's better. You can see how it stopped right there. You gotta have these on your charts. All right, American Airlines as well, probably to the downside. Yeah, came down and failed down below this level. If it broke below, hey, there's that potential short trade. Came down, bounced up, and went down. It went past it. Awesome. Let's see. I should have set an alert. Yeah, it's testing the other one. Let's go to the 45-minute chart. Remember I said maybe we're going to go to 20? Let's see. It's probably hitting that. Look at how it stopped right there. Isn't that cool? How it hits those. That's it. And then it went up, up thrust, and now it's just sort of hanging there. Let's see. Is it going to reverse? Let's put this on a 5-minute. Let's see if we look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? See, if you didn't have these, and you didn't, well, I like the 45-minute time frame. How are you going to say, oh my goodness, I think maybe I should exit right here, right? You won't. Oh, it's going to go to 460, 650. I'm going to get out there. That's it. One of the best things, you can definitely wait. It already went there. 466.31. But maybe you can see. Maybe it's done. I don't know. We'll see. It's starting to sort of curl here. We're almost on the oversold. We're starting to see that this awesome indicator, I love the name of that. Oh, you can't see it though. Hold on. Move this over. There, now you can see it. That the awesome indicator right here is starting to slow down as well. So that's it. Okay, let's go back. We were over here. You got me distracted. It's all good. AAL. So was this up on the day? Did it reverse? Yes. Nice trade down as well. Just 25 cents for American to the downside. NEO is a big mover when it wants to move. And today we had a nice move. Broke down from 40.60, came down. We hit the trend line over here, a daily chart trend line. And then it moved up. Yep, that's it. I respect you using your targets for sure. Just showing you something else, another tool, right? Zoom, did we have a nice breakdown on Zoom? We did. We had it break down from 214 down to 208.50. A nice, what is that? $5 almost? Yeah, $5.50. Nice breakdown to the downside. UPS as well had a nice move down. 203.50 down to 201.50, $2, 1% move to the downside. Roku today as well. Roku got beat up as well. Look at how, that's so interesting. This is an old one. That was an old resistance, and for some reason 230.60 is actually holding in place as a resistance point today. Very interesting. Yeah, Terry, I will definitely check out Tesla. Got it right here. We're going to do Amazon and Tesla together. Just want to go through the list really quickly. We've got Dash as well. Nice move to the downside today. And Netflix as well. All right. So, all right. Someone is texting. I will have to check that later. All right. Netflix as well. Netflix had a bit of a move to the downside. It's bothering me that this is not a daily chart over here. I'm on a drawing tool. Interesting. Okay, so we came down. Look at this. Was this the 38? I think we have that as a 38, right? Look at that. See? You should, sometimes when you just start messing around, look at how it bounced 38, 38, 38, 38. It bounced off of that. Any other times? It sort of acted as resistance over here, right? And then it pulled back to it. If we break below 658, feels like it wants to break down further, and then the next test down here, roughly 644. All right, so let's come back over here. So we were looking at Meta, whatever the name of it is, Meta platforms now. Amazon, Cyber Monday, big move up, right? But we're actually testing a former print level right over here at 3586.42. Are we going to break above that? Look at how many sell wicks we had. We had just a quick reversal pattern here. Are we going to close above 35.70? If we can close above 35.70, we are a little extended away right now. We could easily come back and retrace back down over here. We're testing a resistance level over here as well. So if we come back down and we close below 35.70, we could easily see that this pulls back down. We did bounce off of that 24 EMA now. See how the 24, it's 24 and 38. So cool, I don't know. Testing around, you can see new patterns and new ways in which the market or potentially algos are written. Tesla, let's look at Tesla today. So Tesla is moving to the upside. I see this pattern right here, and look at how it's testing. Are we going to hold up above here, or is this an upward thrust of the price action, right? Shorts getting in, maybe just now getting ready to sell this down, break it down, bring it back down to test 1070 right here. So we might have a 70-point move to the downside. Very bullish right here, right? We had bullish engulfing off of this candlestick right here, but we have the pressure of this trend line. Is this trend line going to hold for the daily chart? And we're going to come right back down. If I were long from down here, I would be taking a little bit of profit and waiting for confirmation because it's a bit extended away. The 1120 area is really that's right where our moving averages are over here. So that's the risk, right? We have $20 risk up here as an entry, or wait until it comes back down, wait for that next test with some more volume and more confirmation. We have pretty low volume today. So we have higher volume than Friday, but that's a half day, right? Half day is half the volume. So look to see if we are able to break up above this trend line right there, Terry. All right. And let's look at crypto today. So crypto is moving. We've got Shiba Inu moving to the upside, 45 minutes, 24-hour chart. Is this going to be our bottom? And we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a big 5 move on up to potentially 12 cents, if not more. We'll see. We could see potentially, but look at that. We're testing a 335. This is 45 minutes. I don't really like that for crypto. Let's go to 4 hours over here. All right. So we have a fair amount of a bottom that's sort of set in over here, right? We have a bottom setting in. Looks sort of like a rounded bottom right here. To the upside, would look for it to break up above conservatively over here. That 0.004043. I would watch for that break, and then it would be confirmation to me that we're really going to move to the upside there. IOTA, definitely having a bit of a move to the upside. Big volume. I feel like every day that I pull these up, that then we have the big volume coming into them. So we've got to readjust this trend line here because we broke down below. So right there. And this is a resistance, old one. Let's get rid of that. So came down, tested, looking for this to move up and test 165 ultimately, and then a breakout. If we can break out from over there, we did have another bit of a, you guys see this right here? Whoops. I didn't want to do resistance. I want to do a trend line. Another little inner wedge within this wedge, right? So it came down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It broke out. Another test, and are we going to have that breakout for a test up here, 163, 165 area, and then a move to the upside from there. Baby Doge, let's check out little baby Doge. How's little baby Doge doing? Downward trend. Came up, testing the moving average. You can see here's my entry, here's my ad, and looking to see if we are going to have a bigger break above. This was that former resistance right there. Here was resistance, it broke above, then tested, pulled back, broke out again here, broke below there, came down a little bit, and looking to see if this is going to break up above. This is being used at WooCommerce, Shopify, and one other place for purchasing. ALGO as well. ALGO had this crazy run the other day. It was at 11 o'clock at night, midnight, up to 280. So are we going to break up to 280 very shortly? Big volume that day. I don't know what the news was, but they know that they do have a new partnership. Let's see, ALGO RAND partnership. They just had a new one that came out and was announced this weekend. Again, these are my longer term, my personal longer term crypto holdings that I'm looking at. To me, I'm looking at it more as a store of wealth, potential growth in relation to the new banking system. So this is, I'll put this, oops. If you go just to algorand.com, you can see the partnerships, right? So they just, let's see, they have a blog here. That'd be really cool if I could find it super quickly. But they have tons and tons of partners, right? And that's what you want to see with somebody as far as a crypto. If you're looking at holding it longer term, you want to see their partners. You want to see their evolution. You want to see their growth. And that is what I have looked at in these particular ones, as well as in relation to the ISO 20022 banking. Here is DOGE. Let's see, came down, hit the 335 over here. XRP, we want to look at it as XRP UST, coming down, downward trend. Would like it to break up above 111 personally before getting or adding into it right there. XLM, same thing. A lot of these had the downward motion. Cardano as well. You can see hitting that 335, and XDC as well came down, had a big day. This is going to be, from what I understand, in the derivatives market. Let's also look at Bitcoin. Sorry guys. There we go. I got distracted with looking at the screen. So Bitcoin, dun, 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 look at that. How cool, right? We hit the moving averages. And now we're starting to reverse. Second one today, really hitting those averages and reversing. But we have taken quite a beating from the top over here. So let's look at it right here to here. We're still down 13%. It did go down 20%, right? So that was putting it into bear territory. We're having a bounce. We're hitting that moving average, that 24. Look, 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times. Now this is now testing it as resistance, and over here on the 4 hour as well. So if we break down from there, I would have confirmation that we are going to continue this downward move, right? Let's look at it. Let's bring the daily up over here. And I see a bit of a megaphone forming from right here. Do you guys see this? A bit of a megaphone move on the 24 hour. So down, up, down, up, down, up is our next move down, with a potential target down here, maybe down to 51,722 for Bitcoin. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving weekend. Looking forward to seeing you guys hopefully more during the midday for the market recap as to what's going on and what to keep your eyes peeled out for. The SPY is reversing. Let's check it out. Let's put on that 45-minute chart. And there you go. It was reversing. So hope that that is profitable for you. That's it. Don't be greedy. Lock those profits. Abide by your stops. Carpe profit. One trade at a time, and I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, I'm actually going to continue my sale until it goes back to 100%. So I have been dropping 2% of savings every day. Today it is at 54% at cjanetrade.com for my daily watch list. Tomorrow it'll be 52%, and so on until there's no more sale left. So have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure you get all those presents for cyber shopping in, and be safe, and love each and every one of you. Have a great one. Bye.